Five reasons why you may never become wealthy. Five reasons why you may never become wealthy. Now, the great American motivational speaker and author Brian Tracy identified five reasons why people don't become wealthy. And my intention here is to also break down those five reasons why you may never become wealthy in such a way that you can understand and relate with as Nigerians as we are. My name is Niyi Adeleye. I'm a financial literacy and wealth coach on one hand, and I'm a real estate developer and project manager on the other hand. I run a real estate clinic known as Perfection Real Estate Group, where our vision is to empower people through real estate. And under our empowerment platform, we have this mission to raise 1 million high net worth individuals between now and the year 2030. I mean, 1 million high net worth individuals between now, this is January 2022, between now and the December 31st, 2030, to raise 1 million high net worth individuals. Now, by our definition of empowerment, we mean knowledge and financial empowerment. So, we believe that with a lot of knowledge, financial empowerment will become something as easy as ABC. And that is why from time to time, you will be seeing me shooting videos, just for me to educate people about how to make money, how to invest money, how to grow money and multiply money. So if you can understand how to do this very well with good knowledge, then of course, becoming a high net worth individual will not be a challenge to you. Now, for you to be able to get my videos, from time to time, so that you can improve your knowledge of how to become a high net worth individual, or rather that you follow me on my social media page. My Facebook page is at Real Estate Wealth Coach 2. At Real Estate Wealth Coach 2. That is figure 2. At Real Estate Wealth Coach 2. Then, of course, on Instagram, my handle is at Real Estate _ Wealth Coach. At Real Estate _ Wealth Coach. You can also follow my real estate clinic page. That is Perfection Real Estate Group. On Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn at Perfection Real Estate Group. When you follow these pages, of course, you will get a lot of tips. We share a lot of knowledge with you. If you are so passionate about wealth creation, wealth multiplication, and you want to become a high net worth individual through making money, investing money, growing money, and multiplying money, then of course you need to follow our page from time to time. So, and that is what I want to achieve, by shooting videos almost on a weekly basis. You will see me, sharing one information with you, or the other. Now, we want to talk about the five reasons why you may never become wealthy. The reason for this is that sometimes, we are the one responsible for holding ourselves down from taking a particular journey. So we want to open our eyes to the fact that some things that we may be doing, that may be holding us down from knowing that, from being able to undertake a journey, towards financial freedom. And number one reason why you may never become wealthy is that there is no consciousness of the fact that it is possible for you to become wealthy. As in, you are not conscious of the fact that it is possible for you, no matter who you are, it is possible for you to become wealthy, right? So, because of the kind of environment that we find ourselves, because of the people and the company that we keep. For example, so many of our friends are not wealthy. So many of our family are not wealthy. So, and our environment is not promoting the creation of wealth and the growth to wealth. So we are not conscious. We don't have even have the knowledge that it is possible for you to do some things that make you to become wealthy. So what you are not conscious of, you cannot take action on. So that consciousness is not there. So those whom we think are wealthy are just those who are living high, who are living on high consumption, those who drive big cars, those who live in expensive neighborhood, those who wear expensive apparels. So sometimes we mistake them for being wealthy. Whereas when we talk about wealth, it's a whole different subject from that understanding. So we misrepresent people who live high as being wealthy. It necessarily don't have to be so. And of course, on the other hand as well, those who are indeed wealthy, they don't tell us their stories. They don't tell us of how they begin and how they got to where they are most of the time. So we don't have information as to what somebody did to get to a particular stage in life that we admire. So sometimes we have a misrepresentation of what real wealth is, right? So that is one of the reasons why you may never become wealthy, because you don't have the consciousness of the possibility. It is very, very possible for everyone who determines, who earns an income, to become wealthy, to undertake the journey from where you are and become wealthy. So the subject of wealth is what we want to talk about and open your eyes about, right? So that you can be well informed on the process you can follow to become wealthy. So that is number one point, one of the reasons why you may never become wealthy. Now, number two, the second reason why you may never become wealthy is decision. Decision. That is, you have to decide that you want to become wealthy. And then, of course, the things to do or the habit to adopt to become wealthy then we begin to, something that we begin to pay attention to. Now, for example, maybe you are a graduate today, or maybe you are an engineer, or maybe you are a doctor or something of that nature. Now, you are not born an engineer. You are not born a graduate. You are not born a doctor. There was some time ago when you are not a doctor, but you consciously decide that I want to become a doctor. I want to go to school and read medicine, or I want to go to school and read engineering, or I want to go to school and become a graduate. That was a conscious decision that you took some years ago that made you what you are today, a graduate, a doctor, an engineer, an accountant. So in the same vein, you have to consciously decide that you want to become wealthy. Immediately you decide to do something, observe that those things that will make that thing happen will begin to come to you, either you know it or not. So that is the same thing when it comes to wanting to become wealthy. You have to consciously decide that you actually want to become wealthy. Then you have begin the step, to taking a journey to become wealthy, right? Yeah. We're talking about 5 reasons why you will never become wealthy, right? I've told you 2 out of 5. and I believe you are following me with your heart. Said number one, there is no conscious decision. There's no conscious, you don't have that consciousness of the possibility of being able to become wealthy. So you are not doing anything about becoming wealthy. Number two is the conscious decision to want to become wealthy, because when you decide to do something, then of course you take a step towards that situation. Now, let me tell you about number three reason why you may never be wealthy. The habit of procrastination. I call it procrastination. So, procrastination holds you down from being able to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. We practice this thing in small things, even in other areas of our lives, where what we can accomplish today or the step we can take today, we want to postpone it to another time, right? So the same thing applies when you are talking about, wanting to become wealthy, right? I've told you about the possibility. It is very, very possible for every income earner to become wealthy. But now, another issue is when you procrastinate, when opportunities present themselves to you, maybe based on past experience or I've lost money in the past. Virtually everybody has passed through that situation. Even those who are doing it well today have passed that situation before. They have lost money, they have invested money, they have had bad experiences, but yet they did not give up. So you don't have to procrastinate when an opportunity to present itself for you to want to become wealthy. Don't procrastinate. Take action immediately. That is how everybody that you see that have made it did it. They have terrible experience too. They have lost money too, but they did not give up and they continued in that manner. They did not procrastinate when other opportunities present themselves. So they went ahead, and today they are who they are. So procrastination is another reason, the third reason why you may never become wealthy. Now the fourth reason, which I target, that is very dangerous habit, right? That will never help you to become wealthy in any way. I call it earn all, spend all habits. I call it earn all, spend all habits. Most of us are in the habit of spending all that we earn on basic living, claiming that the little that we earn is not enough for us to live, let alone being able to now say you want to put something aside, for the purpose of wealth creation and achieving wealth, right? So that is always the excuse. But I tell you today, there is no form of excuse, right, for you not to be able to create wealth and become wealthy. If once you are spending money, right, as long as you spend money, you don't have any excuse not to be able to create wealth as well, right? So I say that the fourth reason is earn all, spend all. When you earn all your income, then you spend everything, on basic living. You don't have the habit of setting something aside. Some people believe that when their income increase, then they will be able to do that. But I tell you that wealth creation and achieving wealth is a mindset, right? If you don't possess that mindset, no matter how much you earn, you will end up spending all, or you will end up at least doing far, far less than you have the ability to do to create wealth. So you don't have to have the habit of earning all your income and spend. It's a dangerous habit. If you want to be wealthy, if you want your tomorrow to be secured, if you want to secure the future of your children, you have to desist from the habit of earn all, spend all. You don't have an excuse not to be able to create wealth. In my subsequent videos and teachings, You will be learning about why I said you don't have any reason not to be able to build wealth, right? So as long as you spend money, except you don't spend money. So if you spend money, then you have the potential to also create wealth. Now, the fifth and final reason is this. You know, the fifth and final reason is that there is no long-term prospecting. Long-term prospecting is that you are looking at becoming wealthy, and of course, wealth creation requires planning for a long time, right? Maybe, for example, I talk about our empowerment platform that has a mission of raising 1 million high net worth individuals between now, January 2022, and December 31st, 2030. That is a form of long-term prospecting. The same thing applies to you personally if you want to build wealth. Building wealth is not a sprint. Building wealth is like a marathon. You have to be consistent in what you are trying to do to create wealth, right? And of course, it usually happens in long term, maybe at least minimum of 5 years, 10 years, or thereabouts. For you get it. So that is how to prospect for wealth creation. So, for example, some people work in some establishments, and then, of course, every month they remove something and put in the pension fund, right? For the amount of time length of your service, and at the end of your service year, maybe you spend 20 years, or spend 30 years, or 35 years, or thereabout, you get back, your contribution to the pension fund. That is a form of wealth creation. You can see it took a long time. You get the point. So it's a long-term thing, so that you have something to fall back upon. Wealth is about a store, not what you are spending, not how you are living, not what you are consuming. In fact, if you live big, you're actually consuming, right? But wealth is a store. What you have in the store is what wealth is referred to. It's different from riches. Different from living big. It's different from living big. It's not a factor of wealth, right? So you have access to a lot of money. You are spending it. You get able to live the way you want to live, fine. But that doesn't mean that you have high net worth, or you are wealthy, right? So when we talk about wealth, we talk about something that you can live on without you shaking, right? So that is what wealth is all about. So we will be telling you more and again how to make money, invest money, grow money, and multiply the money, and become a high net worth individual at the end of the day. So this is the 5 reason why you may never become wealthy. I wish you play this video over and over again, so that you can learn from those reasons why you may not become wealthy, and enough of amend your ways, because what we want you to be is, at the end of the day, is to become a high net worth individual. Thank you very much for listening to me. Next week again, I will share another video with you, all in the name of helping you to understand some of the things, gaining knowledge, the knowledge that will help you to get financial empowerment. So thank you very much for listening to me. I'll see you some other time. Bye for now.